We got a major update in the ASAP Rocky case. According to CNN, ASAP Rocky is free to leave. You can see the breaking news up on top. Admittedly, this is filmed a few hours in advance, but huge news. And there's some other updates here too, because apparently one witness recanted saying she didn't even hit him. She didn't even see him hit the guy. And so here's my prediction. They've said that he can leave. I think it's going to come down self-defense. He was innocent. It's a complicated situation, but does it warrant several weeks in solitary confinement? No. It seems like things are getting resolved. Now, I have to wonder, did Trump play a role in this? Is the witness recanting being honest? I honestly don't know. I'm sure a lot of people who like Trump are going to say, of course, Trump's pressure helped Rocky. Rocky's a celebrity. He's probably got money and assets and resources. So there's a lot of factors that went to his aid. I don't care where you're from. Money talks, BS walks. No matter where you go, you can pay your way out of anywhere. You know, you get kidnapped in Venezuela, money will get you out. It's not a good thing to do, but let's be real. You know, Rocky is a celebrity that probably helped him. So let's read a little bit about this to figure out what actually happened. And I have this story. Witness at ASAP Rocky trial didn't see rapper with bottle. Now Rocky did admit to holding the bottle, but said he put it down. He never used it as a weapon. And apparently there was one story where they said they didn't see Rocky actually hit anybody anyway. I gotta say, I'm on Rocky's side on this one. I've seen the videos. Those dudes wouldn't leave him alone. Now, here's the thing. Some people have come, I got messages where they said the initial story is that ASAP's bodyguard picked the guy up and threw him and it broke his headphones, so the guy refused to leave. Whatever the issue might be, listen, man, you get your headphones broken, you don't get into a fight over it, okay? There's nothing you can do about it. Call the cops. If this dude got attacked first, the first thing he should have done is just called the police and said, please resolve this. And that's it. Instead, a fight breaks out. Dude wouldn't leave him alone. That's why you don't do this. More importantly, look, man, the fight was pretty tough. Like, you know, you can see video of like, I don't know if it's Rocky, but some people are beating on this guy. Fights happen, man. Okay? We shouldn't. Look, you can't allow people to just go around fighting. You can charge them, but I think Rocky being in jail for this long is already over the top. Speedy trial. Bring him in, present the evidence, get it sorted quickly as possible. At least now he's free to leave. As far as I'm concerned, he should come back to the U.S. and whatever the judgment is, he's gone. But it does sound like they're gonna dismiss this. You know, he's gonna be found not guilty. Let's read a little bit. They say, a court in Stockholm has allowed ASAP Rocky to await the outcome of his assault trial in the United States, releasing the American rapper who has spent the past month in Swedish jail. Does a fight warrant a month in jail? I think all of our prison sentences are way too harsh. Like, I read stories about, you know, someone getting like a year in prison for like even a car accident, manslaughter, or like leaving their baby in a car or something. And I'm like, dude, a year? It's a long time, man. Okay? I understand when you're older, it feels like time's flying, but listen. You put people in jail for this long, you damage their careers, you damage like their peripheral economics. We want people to be able to be rehabilitated. Just giving a large number doesn't change that. Like, it makes no sense to me that we're like, you're going to go to jail for 5 years for this drug charge. Like, does the extra time rehabilitate them? No. It actually makes them worse and separates them from society. It's a bad. Anyway, I don't want to rant about this. I don't like private prisons. Let's read on. The Stockholm District Court has yet to make a ruling in the case, but said Friday that ASAP Rocky and his two co-defendants were free to leave Sweden. A judgment will be delivered on August 14th. A Swedish prosecutor has asked for a 6-month prison sentence for the rapper over an alleged assault. 6 months! That's nuts, man. ASAP Rocky has pleaded not guilty and claimed he and his two associates, Vladimir Korniel and David Rispers, were defending themselves in the street brawl. But prosecutor Daniel Sinnesen told the Stockholm District Court on Friday that he has proven the accused were not defending themselves and therefore cannot claim self-defense. In a putative self-defense situation, the violence must still be proportionate. Here we have 3 people delivering kicks and punches to a person lying down. Yes, but what you have to realize is, if somebody starts a fight with you and you hit them one time, they may not go down. Maybe they do go down. If they do, they could get back up and hit you again. It's actually pretty smart in terms of self-defense to make sure they don't get back up. You've got them on the ground, end the fight. Don't hurt them more than you need to. But how do you determine that? It's difficult. What are you thinking when this dude attacks you? Your friends are there. So what? Why is it your fault that 2 other people are helping you? Okay? You can stop at a certain point. I get all of that. It's up to the courts to decide, but it does sound like they're going to be on Rocky's side on this one. Look, you get into a fight, sometimes someone goes down and they might get back up. That could be bad for everybody, especially if this person's dangerous, unhinged, whatever. Let's read on. The three should be convicted of assault according to my description of events. Oh, his. Sunesson said, adding that the previous sentences for such crimes range between 6 and 10 months in jail. The maximum penalty under Swedish law is 2 years in prison. Oh my. The alleged victim told the court ASAP Rocky and his entourage assaulted him by kicking and beating him with a glass bottle or part of one while he lay on the ground. Slobodan Jovovic, ASAP Rocky's lawyer, said there was no evidence of the bottle hitting him. The rapper himself admitted he briefly held a bottle during the altercation, but put it down without using it as a weapon. The three suspects told the court they would accept community service if they had to. However, Sunesson said that was not an option. The 30-year-old artist, whose real name is Rakeem Mayers, has been in custody since July 3rd, already a month over this. It's ridiculous. His case has fueled a diplomatic quarrel after repeated interventions from U.S. President Donald Trump's administration. Trump publicly demanded the rapper's release, even raising the issue with the Swedish Prime Minister Stefan Löfven. The trial was moved to a special secure courtroom because of the huge media attention it attracted. However, Jovovic said the case shouldn't be handled in a special way. When they ask me who is my client, I say Rakeem Mayers. I never say ASAP Rocky. This is just like any other trial. Rocky was cross-examined by prosecutors on Thursday, the second day of the trial. The questioning was monitored from the courtroom by Trump's hostage negotiator. Whoa! Yikes. Robert C. O'Brien, the U.S. Special Presidential Envoy for Hostage Affairs, also wrote a letter to the Swedish Prosecution Authority earlier this week, saying the U.S. government wanted to resolve the case as soon as possible to avoid potentially negative consequences to the U.S.-Swedish bilateral relationship. I also want to stress, ASAP is a celebrity. That means he's probably got fans in Sweden. It's bad for Sweden in general to keep him locked up. But I do want to stress, ASAP shouldn't get special treatment. If he did this, he should be convicted. We should not have a two-tier justice system, no matter what country you're in or from. He is fortunate enough to have Trump and Trump's people there having his back, which definitely puts pressure on Sweden. I'm glad he can get justice in the event he didn't do anything wrong. And I gotta say, from the videos, it looks like ASAP didn't do anything wrong. You want to criticize his bodyguard for potentially starting the fight? If that's what happened, fine. But ASAP is on video being like, we don't want any of this beef, man. We don't want to fight this guy. Why should he have spent a month in jail over this? I gotta say, I'm on ASAP's side on this one. I get it. I don't know the full details. I'm not trying to act like I should be passing judgment or anything like that. If he did it wrong and there's proof, by all means, he shouldn't get special treatment. But I just think it's ridiculous that he's already been in a month over a fight. They say the letter was leaked to Swedish media and its authenticity was confirmed to CNN by the Swedish Prosecution Authority. In the letter, O'Brien also asked for a humanitarian release from prison to a supervised detention in a local Stockholm hotel, pending final disposition of the case. I take this opportunity to remind the prosecution authority of the commitment by President Trump to Prime Minister Stefan Löfven that the three Americans will remain in Sweden if granted a humanitarian release. In a response letter, Peter Lind, Sweden's prosecutor general, stressed the independence of the prosecutor and said, "No other prosecutor, not even I, may interfere with a specific case or try to affect the prosecutor responsible." The main takeaway from this, though, is that he's free to come to the U.S. If ASAP's in the U.S. and Sweden finds him guilty, I really doubt he will go back. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll honor it. Maybe they'll rule him guilty but say time served. I don't know if they do that in Sweden, but maybe that's the case. But the important point here is there were a couple witness statements as I saw. So I just want to read this really quickly as to context as to why he's, in my opinion, innocent, at least if the witnesses say so. AP reports, a witness in the ASAP Rocky assault case on Friday revised her story from initial police reports testifying in a Swedish court that she didn't actually see the American rapper hitting a man with a bottle. And there you go. Was she pressured by the powerful international establishment? I mean, it's possible, but a bit conspiratorial. The reality is, it's been a month. She was probably asked about it and said, I got to be honest, I don't really remember. I don't really know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. That's common. It happens all the time. People second guess themselves. Maybe she was wrong. She was watching this fight. Adrenaline was pumping. She thought that was Rocky. Maybe it wasn't. These things kind of happen. I do want to stress, I don't like the idea of powerful interests intervening on behalf of the wealthy when it comes to these crimes. But having watched the Instagram videos, man, I know this is just court of public opinion stuff. I know I could be wrong, but it just really feels like Rocky was trying to avoid the conflict and was pushed into it. And I think a month is enough. You want to call him innocent? Fine. You want to call him guilty? Fine. Look, man, he's been locked up for a month. Let's just put it behind us and move on. Whether or not Trump deserves any credit, I'm not going to play that game. Maybe he does. We've seen his efforts. So, look, good on him for trying, I guess. I hope it didn't have a negative impact on true justice, but it is what it is. Big takeaway. Let's wrap it up. Keep the segment short. Rocky can come home. I think we're done. There will probably be some updates moving forward, but there you have it. So, thanks for hanging out. Stick around. Next segment will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. Podcast at 6:30 p.m., and I will see you all then.